Northeast, Muslim. Director, National Intelligence Agency, Muslim North. Director General, SSS, Northwest, Muslim. Comptroller General of Immigration, Northwest, Muslim. Comptroller General of Customs, North, Muslim. Comptroller General of Civil Defense, Muslim North. Comptroller General of Nigeria Immigration Prison Service, Muslim North. Acting Chairman of EFCC, Northeast, Muslim. Chief Justice of the Federation, Northeast, Muslim. Code of Conduct Head, Muslim, Northeast. Managing Director, Post Authority, Northwest, Muslim. NIMASA, North, Muslim. NNPC Managing Director, Northeast, Muslim. Minister of Education, Northeast, Muslim. National Universities Commission, Northwest, Muslim. JAM, Southwest, Muslim, and so on and so forth. We can keep on going on and on. Someone has said that the top 20 positionings in NNPC is occupied from the same region as well. What comes to mind is there is no intelligent person and no qualified person from any other part of the country. There is no intelligent Shekiri person, no intelligent Ijo person, no intelligent Biron person, no intelligent Magavul person, no intelligent Tif person, no intelligent Idoma person, no intelligent Igala person, no intelligent Ibira person, no intelligent Ibibio person, no intelligent Anan person, no intelligent Efik person, no intelligent Ishan person, no intelligent Bini person, no intelligent person from no other part of the country that can be in any of those sensitive positions, except people from one region and one religion, and people are meant to be forced to exist in peace under that kind of upside down, highly nepotistic, clanistic situation that is absolutely impossible. If it was a charm, it cleared. If it was a mentality bankruptcy, mentality is returned. It's impossible. There can be no peace in such level of inequality, in such level of brazen effrontery, are taking a whole nation for granted. Nations of the world did not experience one over 100 of what Nigerians have experienced and scattered in pieces. Soviet Union is nowhere to be found. Yugoslavia was one country that scattered and splintered into 8 countries out of one country. Czechoslovakia splitted into 2. They didn't see 1 over 100 of what we are seeing. Nations in the world that are wise enough, that are multi-ethnic, did their best. The United Kingdom, even though it's a nation, has ethnic groups that took care of the ethnic groups and gave regional autonomy to the Scottish, to the Irish, and the Welsh. Switzerland has 4 ethnic groups, and they make their presidencies sit to revolve around these 4 groups. What is the solution to the situation in our land today? If there must be peace, there must be equity, there must be fairness, there must be justice. People are...
Brethren, listen, I supposed not to be on this type of platform for life. And normally I don't join this type of group. But something made me to do so because it was a job given to me. And since Elohim have asked so I decided since that day up to today, let me say this thing again. I am not supposed to, but listen to me and listen attentively. It will be a long speech. Before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, a month after, and the Lord gave me a message to preach, and that message was Exodus out. And where I am, I suppose not to bring such message into the church, bringing Exodus of Biafra inside the church. So I tried to be diplomatic with my languages for 1 whole month and a few days. I couldn't preach anything. Even if I have my message, appear before the altar, it's time for message, the Lord will say, my friend, my son, change this. Do what I want you to do. At times I even teach or preach without even studying it because I have my own messages. And God will stop me. So I continue. In all Bible study, in all Sunday school, in all Sunday services, and even prayer meeting, it was Exodus, 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 Exodus. To the point that I start mentioning Biafra. And at times I will caution myself, at times I will reach on my wife. Darling, what is this? How come this and that? I said, this is what God asked me. I don't know how it come about and all that. After 1 month and some few days, Malami announced that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and then brought to Nigeria and taken to court. I nearly died. If not for a little, I would have by myself commit a crime, do something that could have caused problems. So I began to question God. I didn't eat for 2 good days, 2 whole days. I was bitter that I didn't go out. I canceled whatever agreement activities I have with anybody. I was indoors, crying. I said, God, so you asked me to do this, and after doing it, the next thing, the Exodus couldn't work. The next thing is kidnapping him and bring him into this nation. And you know, I don't supposed to be into this. Even if I belong, I will do it secretly. Talk less of coming to show myself in this way. So now the third night, I also slept without food to continue. Then by 12, the Lord spoke to me. He appeared and I asked a question. How manage, Lord? Where are you? Is that the reason why you asked me? How can you give me assignment and the assignment to go opposite? How? So I was asking the question in that revelation. Then the Lord spoke to me. He said, I permitted it. Listen to this language very well. Whatever language I'm using here is how it was right from the beginning. I permitted it. I said, permitted? I said, for what? He says, I permitted it that I might use it to deal with Pharaoh. As I sent Moses to Egypt, that I might destroy Pharaoh. So I sent Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria to destroy the system. I should watch out. Then I was a little bit relieved. I asked another question. What about his blocks? So I would like you to be quiet and listen very well. If you are a DOS supporter or DOS member or whatever, please listen. I asked, what about his flocks? And the Lord told me, his flocks? I said, yes, sir. He said, I want to show to the whole world how rotten the flocks were. I will show it to the whole world. So I became devastated again. I was confused again. He said, but I will raise a man for myself. Hear it so that if you are fighting, know who you are fighting. So I don't keep fighting God and think you are fighting man. So I will raise a man for myself with spirit, blood, and heart. This 3 language is unchangeable up to date. With the spirit, blood, and heart of Joshua, who will carry on the agitation until when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released and Biafra will be declared. That is what the Lord says, the Lord of hosts. Then I wake up. I tapped my wife and I said, God, give me food. God, he said, what happened? I said, the matter is settled. The Lord has spoken. I am completely okay. She stood up at the middle of the night, bring food. I took my bed, I ate, and I slept. And I became more happier. I even started telling people that this is what God has said. That led me to the social media. If not so, I don't usually go to social media to join this type of talk and all the because all is for me and I am for all. So along the line, At the 10th day of that event, my wife doesn't believe in anything. My wife doesn't accept any of this. It seems as if talking about Biafra is destroying the church, destroying the body of Christ, which we have built for so many years, and all the rest. I said, no, our freedom is bigger than whatsoever. Continue when the freedom is done. After all, our message, every message of Christ centered on freedom. So you can't be in bondage and claim you're a free man. So 10 days interval, the Lord spoke to my wife. And tell my wife, say, go and tell your husband to activate the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Okukano. My wife woke up, began to ask herself, what is her business into this morning? My wife tapped me, said, honey, see what the Lord told me, and I am confused. Who is me? What is my business into this? I don't believe this. Why? I say, yes, the Lord will have involved you. Go and tell your husband. That message has been our collective prayer point now. So immediately, I call so many men of God who are still on this platform and be quiet. They know. Call them, say, please, this is what the Lord has said. We should activate the unconditional release. By then, this unconditional release have never been made public anywhere in the world. Because by then, Aloy Ejimako have not appeared. So later, we began this program every Wednesday. From that day to date, every Wednesday, we fast, pray. I decide not to make it an online something so that we don't know who is who. And the person go and report you, and then you have been trapped. So the men of God, those who agree, will continue. And I continue in my own family, morning and night. In all our night prayer, in all our morning prayer. And then we began to pray also concerning the Joshua. So when I came on Facebook, I saw Simon Ekpa, who I know since 2019. By then, I don't like his speech. I don't like so many things because I came up through one man, say George Onibe. So much love that man is an orator. He's a good man, speaks well until he has a problem and join the person that brought him to the struggle. So, and because of that, he usually has problem with Simon. Simon at times, when Onion do is online, Simon will still be online. So, but I don't like Simon. So it was at that hour I began to search, who is this Joshua? Suddenly, Simon appeared. And while Simon was broadcasting, the Lord said, this is the Simon. This is the Joshua. And immediately I saw him. He was baptized with the spirit of Mazin Nambekano came inside him. And he began to speak with authority like Mazin Nambekano. I said, yeah, that is it. And I called so many people, I told them, the Lord have delivered, have shown us actually that this young man is the person. We are going to back him. That's how we join force in prayer, praying for him, which I suppose not to. Because looking at the background of his message, when I saw the dragon, I said, what does this mean? That man, the Lord said, go ahead, stand by him. This is the one. I kept quiet. I will continue. Continue. And that is why I keep telling all of you, you can't destroy Simon unless there is no God behind him. You can. One single man fought almost 90, IPO declared there are 92 countries or 95 countries in the world. One single man, he has nobody to back him. He has nobody. He stood. They pushed him. They called him nobody. They thought he was an easy nut to crack along the line. Nothing. He was able to withstand. Do you think that Simon was able to stand? Because I hear Papa Jamal B. Ken saying that they are the one who gave him back. Who is you to give him back? It is God that gave him back. You don't know what you are doing. Even if you came to support him, it is God that pushed you up to do it. Because if left to you, you wouldn't have. And you have never supported anybody in life who succeeded in any of this agitation. You has been with who was wicked. He failed because of the spirit inside you, the spirit of failure. You jump into Martin Nandekali. He was about to fail. God raised people like Simon to come and help him to uphold him. And now you came to join the same Simon to bring him down. God had to use Simon to push you out so that Simon can stand and the word of God could not go down. Listen, as long as God liveth, nobody, Simon cannot go down. Whatever he lay his hand over, this agitation will keep moving. So go and listen. When UN envoy now came up, UN observers came up and told that the election is not correct, that Nigeria is divided under ethnicity, religious, and there is a demography war going on in Nigeria, which nobody, and that is what we needed. And that is referendum coming up any moment from now, very soon. You keep hearing it. And that is what the law said, that he will be leading until Mazin Nandekano comes out and Biafra will be declared. So that is why you see him redesigning our money. You see him bringing our government in exile, causing it to function. You see him meeting men that matters, and they are giving him accolade. You see him when he speaks, the Nigerian government is panicking and others. You are here talking trash. Listen, there are things I can't say here. Like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, there was a meeting held in Kano by the northern, by the Fulani themselves, and which British representative was here. It was 3 days meeting. They just finished it. That they have done the worst mistake in life for allowing Obi to rise up and reach to the point where he has come that nothing again will revise, and allowing some of the Northerners who they stole from, like one of the senators that won the election with Congress, I don't want to call his name. He is the origin, the indigenous origin, and you know what it means. I will not go further. So please, if you are fighting Mazi, be rest assured you are fighting God. If you are fighting Simon, be rest assured you, no matter whatever Simon do, listen to me and listen attentively. David counted Israel for a census. God killed 70,000 died for David's sin of counting Israel. David's sin of counting Israel. So God has a way of dealing with leaders. God says, I know Israelite kings should marry more than one. David, how many did he marry? Yet a man after God's own heart. God, how many did Solomon marry? All the kings that God said they did good, how many did they marry? There is something that God needed in a man's life as a leader. And I see it in the life of Simon. Simon is a spirit man who is more stronger than so many of us, who can come up and say, I am sorry. Who can come up and say, if it was Rike speak anything to the same, from now nobody should fight him. And people like us will say, what is this man saying? The other lady some time ago came up who was insulting him, say something good concerning Simon. Simon came and declared from now nobody should fight him. He's one among us. Whether he's delaying, whether he's saying bad or good, nobody should fight him. Can you do it? And look at where we are today. Thank you.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Welcome, lovers of freedom, friends of Biafrans, seated in your various homes, your various offices, various platforms to listen to this evening space, live and direct from our location. I welcome you, the media team of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Welcome all of you, the media warriors of Biafra government, both in the homeland, de facto government, and the exile government. I welcome every Biafran, especially those from the old Imo State this evening. I welcome the enemy of Biafra, and I welcome those who have made themselves my enemies. They have gathered here today to also listen to the voice of God, who speaks through me. For the past weeks, we've made it very clear to the Biafra people that there will be no election in Biafra land, and that we have achieved. I'm very grateful that we have been able to deliver. We still have a very long way to go. We told you that the result was written since last year. The Hope Uzodinma have the result. And from the 540,000 votes, you can see, shows very clearly that I was not just talking out of assumption. I have the fact and I know what I was saying. The result was submitted to the INEC on between June and July 2023. The result was written last year. They started writing that result last year, and finally it was submitted to INEC between June and July of 2023. Hope Uzodinma have his copy, while the original copy was deposited with the INEC. Billions and billions of naira was paid to the INEC personnel for this particular fraud, with the backing of the Islamic terrorist state of Nigeria federal government. And the reason is that whatever you do, Hope Uzodinma will be declared winner. Did I not say it? And then after that, they will tell you to go to court. Even with the moronic people who claim they contested with Hope Uzodinma, go to their word, go to their villages. This one, that man who called himself LP man, the one-hand man, I was listening to him talking rubbish when they asked him, people are not coming out to vote. He said, oh, people are coming, there was a military, they are scared. These are people who are using Biafra people, those who are half Biafra and half Fulanese, to validate Nigeria from Imo State. Otherwise, why would a sensible man be saying that, that they are scared of military, and he was bragging to be the one who brought the military to protect them? And he turned around to say, they were, that his own families are coming out to vote. Now your own family are coming out to vote. Are they going to be the one that will make you a governor? The answer is no. So ask that one-hand man who have beer like Mkpi. Ask him, how many people voted in his village, in his own village? And let them go and calculate how many voters were announced by INEC. At least the vote from his village, how many? And then go to the announced result, how many was announced? It's a simple mathematics. I have also seen the one they call Ikenga Ugochinyere, posting the real voters record, where you will see 1 person voted, 7 person voted, 8 person voted. It is there on his page. And do you know what? They cannot do anything. Everything ends on social media. Ugo Chinyere is posting it on social media. For who? For who to do what? Is social media going to fight for him? Is social media going to fight for his political party? The answer is no. But him is posting it on social media. Oh, look at this is the official result. 7 voted here, 1 voted here. He is posting it. He knows that Nigeria has collapsed. But because of their selfish interest, they continue to validate it. Now, the result was written, and Hope Uzodimma was just waiting for these shenanigans so that they will bring the result that they have written since last year. And that was exactly what happened. Now, ask yourself, have you seen where in Nigeria before, where election was conducted, and within 2 hours after the election, they started calling the result? Because the result has been written a year ago. And the worst part of this thing is that those idiots who were trying to do everything to serve Nigeria, Fulani, they were also part of the mess. You see them crying today. Oh, Annex should cancel the election. Annex should do this. Annex should do that. The next thing is that, oh, go to court. I am here to tell them this evening, all of you will waste your money. That money is needed in Biafra liberation. And let me tell you, anybody that contested election in Imo State, in old Imo State, and you go to court to waste your money, believe me, you are not only going to waste your money in court, we will make you waste that money very well. Get ready to waste the money in rebuilding your houses. Get ready to waste the money in rebuilding your businesses. Is it money you want to waste? We will help you to waste the money going forward. And you know, Hope own is that the trap is there waiting for him. And he can never escape this trap. We already know and we are prepared. We know how we have dealt with him, and we know how it is going to end. He can never ever escape Biafra. Never. I told him, I am very, very close, more closer than I can ever imagine. I am closer to him than he can ever be to me. And he will not escape the atrocities he committed against Biafrans in Imo State. The second phase of the Biafra liberation have started today. And I believe all of you may have been hearing how the terrorist army are complaining that they are dying in Biafra. All of them will die there. So tell this Achonu or whatever he is called, the he-goat, tell the one they call Anyanwu or whatever he is called, all of them should not waste their money going to court. But if they do, they will waste it very well, because we are going to help them. The money you are going to use, billions you are going to use to go to court that will never result anything, bring it to Biafra. Support Biafra. I'm making this appeal openly today. You did not vote for Hope in the first place. He remained a governor. You never voted for him. He was not even the 3rd position. He was not the 2nd position. He was 4th. Today, he is a governor. And let me tell you, what Hope has done in Imo State is not only applicable to Imo State. It is the template they will use on entire state in Nigeria. And that is what is happening. APC is an Islamic State party that the only intention and agenda is to turn every part of Nigeria into Islamic State. It is not a political party. It is not a democratic party. It is not anything to do with democracy. It is purely an Islamic agenda that must be stopped by the declaration of Biafra. That is the reason we must fight ruthlessly against whatever government they are installing in Imo State. until the liberation of Biafra, until we declare Biafra. And let me tell you, like you all know, we will soon embark on the exercise of data collection. It's very important. I keep hammering on this so that we will collect as many data as possible of Biafrans for the self-referendum. We are going to conduct self-referendum by ourselves. And then after that, we declare Biafra. Those of you who only thing you know is to foment trouble and bring distraction into what we're doing, we're not going to have your time. And for that reason, from tonight, every Biafra Republic government in exile affiliated media personnel and media team, henceforth, you are banned from talking about anybody in Biafra struggle. Anybody. You are prohibited from discussing anybody that is not Nigeria government and the affiliate. If anybody has been in this struggle, stop talking about them. If anybody has fallout, stop talking about them until it is necessary. From tonight, I do not want to see anybody in the media team discussing one nonsense person or the other who doesn't make any sense, who doesn't command anything, who is not relevant, who is inconsequential. Whether the person talk bad about me, don't give that person voice. This particular order is to everybody that is affiliated to the Biafra Republic government in exile. From Adado Rama down to Ajare, down to Caroline, anybody that is affiliated to this government, you are from tonight prohibited from talking and discussing anybody that has fallen out of this struggle until when it is necessary. I will give you that green light. For now, we must focus on Nigeria government, on Hope Uzodinma, on the awareness to make sure that the necessary resources is raised. Necessary fund is raised. You have to continue to expose and create awareness on the activities of the Biafra Republic government in exile, activities of the Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra resistance fighters, activities of our marine, activities of our naval forces, activities of whatever the Biafra de facto government is doing. This is what I want every media team, every media personnel to be doing from tonight. Believe me, if you disobey this particular instruction and directive, you are out. You know I don't waste time. You are out. We don't need any distraction going forward. We are now entering the real deal, the real business of the liberation of Biafra. I don't want any distraction. I don't want to come on social media and I open your pages, your platform, and all I'm hearing is this one is that, this one is this. This is not what we are doing now. We are now entering a very dangerous phase of this struggle that you must continue. If they attack me, allow them. Don't respond until I ask you to do. Call my attention on those attacking me. I will tell you when to respond and when not to. For now, there is nothing they are going to say about me they have not said before. There is no attack that is going to come to me today that I have not seen in the past. So from tonight, focus on creating the awareness, bringing what Biafra Liberation Army are doing to the public. This is our task from tonight. The activities of the Biafra Liberation Army, hunt for it, look for it, put them on social media, and let the world see. I'm going to give a room to the host. We have the media personnel, we have the Deputy Minister of Communication, Arafat Jare. Then we'll have the member of the media department, Ugo 247. Both of you are co-hosts to this particular space. So I will give you opportunity to bring in people to ask questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, PM. Thank you so much. And your order is obeyed without any complaints, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And tonight, every one of us are welcome, and our PM is here to do justice to this particular subject of the night. Support Biafra instead of going to court. It is a waste of time. And please, you have to take note that this program is for you to come up and ask questions to this particular relevant matter, like our PM have just said. No complaint about anything. ask questions that are relevant, and he will bring you answers that is very, very adequate. I don't know if my minister is there. As you go, please take the microphone before we begin to open and bring in people. And please, Mazi, Ugo, as I bring them in and they talk, just be aware of those that have spoken to be able to put them back into listening mode so that new people will come in. Mazi, Ugo, the microphone is to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Ralph. My Honorable Prime Minister, I thank you so much for this evening. It's good thing we have you here. And Biafrans, Prime Minister, there are some other people you should tell also to bring their money. Those in Lagos that invest in building houses and castles, and also what do you call it, Lekki Banana Estate, you call it every 4 years they will be demolished, and they will still foolishly go and acquire another plot of land. After 4 years, it will be demolished again. You need to talk to them also to come and invest in Biafra. So when Biafra comes, nobody is going to demolish your house. So Biafrans, you are all welcome. Please don't come typing silly questions here. Come over to the Twitter and ask our Prime Minister every question you want to ask him. He will give you the answer. Thank you so much, Ralph. We move.
Thank you so much. Mazi Success is also here. Mazi Success, you are welcome. Please, you are already a speaker. You are invited also to say 1 or 2 things before I bring in people.
Okay, Ralph, a minute. If Success is here, let him turn to co-host, so I will step down.
Is the PM that made
No, Mazi Ugo, stay on the line as your co-host, and I will be here as well.
Okay.
Good evening, Your Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Ambassador of Peace, the progenitor of this new Biafra Republic that we are seeking for. You are everything to us, and may God bless you all, and bless our Prime Minister. Yes, sir. It's better if they will support the Biafran cause than going to court. Of course, this is a programmed game. Do not expect them, those idiots, those zanjaweeds, those whose soul has been sold to the devil, to support us other than going to court. They will go to court to deceive the gullibles that they are fighting for them. And you know one thing about our people, obedience has eaten so much of our hearts that we so much believe in the zoo court than taking our destiny into our hands. Their superior, which is Obi himself, has been flawed. And I had a man laying curse on Obi that he can never be materialistic in anything politicking in Nigeria because he committed perjury. Obi swear an oath to remain in Napuga, and in as such, bring up Ojuku's idea in Napuga. Then the moment Ojukwu died, he decamped to PDP. From PDP, God knows where else he is now. And Obi can never be relevant in anything Nigerian politics. So those of you who are still obedient, you are there for your own sake. And PM, I'm telling you tonight, you see these idiots that are contesting in PDP, APC, and wherever in Imo State or in anywhere in any of the old eastern states, they are not for Biafra. They are there for their pocket to deceive the gullibles. And God knows, if he give me the opportunity, I will start from them. I swear to Almighty God. So there is no time to waste.
Believe me, Success, this election will be the most expensive election in their life, the history of their life.
Sure. And we wait.
It's gonna be the most expensive one, and I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying.
I believe, of course, I believe you, and Biafrans will seek your opinion in this very matter. Please, those of you who have been deceived to support Obi, and finally Obi said the Supreme Court decision is what is going to follow. He's going to remain an opposition till 2027. You have to know it all. And those of you who supported the one-handed man in Imo State or the PDP person there, you have been fooled once again. How many times are you going to be fooled before you know that this thing is just a planned game for the Fulani to take over our land? So come up now, those of you who are genuine, come up now. If you are not coming up, We have already gotten the 650 million that is going to restore this very nation, and that is all. So PM, we stand behind you. We stand behind your government. The Confederating State of Biafra, we stand behind you. And all sole administrators, we stand behind you. Everyone who is genuine, come forward. Is a call to glory. Is a call to service. We call upon you, come forward. Imo State, PM said that they have written the results few months ago before this day, and exactly what he said come to pass. So what else are you waiting for? Come forward. Thank you, the co-host. Go ahead with your programs. I'm here with you, and I will come intermittently whenever time is needed. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mazi Success. Thank you for all you do. May grace upon grace be with you. Please, I am also searching through the people watching and listening and spacing with us. I would prefer if those of you, one Nigerians, or some of you that are still contemplating, or those of you that need deliverance from your obedience, raise up your hand and ask questions. Request for the microphone. I promise you, I will not hesitate to give you the microphone. And the first hand up here will go. Justice, fairness, please, 60 seconds. Go to the microphone, please.
Yeah, thank you, our PM. Thank you, Rafa Jero. I don't have much question because my question has been answered. I was in Helsinki and I was there to know who our PM is. You know, some people are asking, who is this Simon Ekpa? And I'm here to tell you, he's a great man. From immigration to the taxi driver to the locals of Finland, everybody knows who Simon Ekpa is. You can go and verify. And I want to thank him because for the first time in my life that I was in an auditorium where Igbo people are and nobody go home with anger. Everybody was happy throughout the whole program for 3 days. And that's the first time I can experience that. And it was a surprising thing to me. Who made it possible is our PM. And secondly, I want to tell Biafrans, if you are still in doubt of who Simon is and what he stands for, I want you to go and watch the program over and over again. In the endorsement of Biafran Charter, the people, can you hear me? The people that endorse Biafran Charter is more in number than the people that endorse American Constitution. Go and verify. So if you think at this point that you are still in doubt of what Biafra stands for, go and watch it again. Biafra is here. And I tell you, this is the only thing that can give your children hope. This is the only thing that can make your children to have a land to work with. For Nigeria, Nigeria is not for you. I don't know why at this point people are still talking about Nigeria, but I just want to thank our PM. You are a great man. I found it myself. I see it with my 2 eyes. I can see how Finnish people respect you, how they praise you, because I walk down from my hotel. I go on the street. The taxi driver that saw me say, "Are you here for Biafran convention?" The immigration that stopped me in asked me, "Are you here for Biafra convention?" The taxi drivers, both from Gambia, the white people, they are able to know who you are. And I thank you for making the world to know about Biafra. I say, may God bless you. And all Biafrans that have been behind you, the great people that are pushing you, I say, may God bless all of you. And for us, we are not stepping aside. It's either Biafra or nothing. Either we die getting Biafra or we get Biafra. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that very well detailed report. I didn't know that immigration also in the airport, we're able to ask those questions. But yeah, that is the Mapuda you are hearing about. And, at this stage, I asking people, this is the Simon Ekpa they want to crucify. The short man, you have come to see that I'm not very short, So, you have come to say at least if every other thing was not correct, at least I am not a short man. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Thank you so much, our able Prime Minister. Please, I want you all to know in the room that you get a preferential call up if your hand is up. Those of you that know how to use the hand, Please go ahead and use it very quickly. Kama, you have your turn now. Take the microphone. 60 seconds, please. Question.
Thank you so much, my PM, Simon Ekpa. Thank you, Ajere, for bringing me in. I just want to ask a question and at the same time maybe suggest, just in 60 seconds, I think I should be. My PM, please, is there any way we can promote BL government, because Biafra government in exile and the Biafra de facto government, are part of Biafra government. If we can be promoting it online, like hashtag Biafra government, then again our Liberation Army, Biafra Liberation Army, BLA, and all other army within are all of them are part of Biafra Liberation Army. If we can be putting hashtag, BLA, because Nigeria, they are still mentioning when the zoo are trying to refer to what is happening, they still say IPOP ECN, but if we can force them to start using Biafra government and the BLA, which is Biafra Liberation Army, so that they won't be referring whatever we're doing at the moment as IPOP ECN. That's number one. Then the second one is me, I'm from old Ebonyi State, so is it possible for us, because I don't actually know exactly where I belong, I'm from old Ohozara, but they created Onitsha local government at the moment. So is it possible for us to on the Twitter or on the social media, start educating ourselves with the new states, with the new districts, with the new county, so that we all know where we belong, so that when you're telling someone or explaining to someone, you can actually mention your new state, your new district, and then mention your home and all that. Thank you. That's my question and suggestion at the same time.
Thank you very much. And your first request is approved. Is
Thank
approved. Express approval. And let me also make it very clear that yes, of course, what they are doing is deliberately. They don't want to, give the accolade, and acknowledge the Biafra Liberation Army or the Biafra government, because they know the implication of that, and they can never avoid it at the end of the day. So we are coming to that. Yes, every Biafran on Twitter from tonight, we have to, in any post we make, hashtag the Biafra government, the BLA, BRF, and all the forces of Biafra. So we can give it a post. So any post you make from tonight, always hashtag the Biafra government and all that. So, like we have been updating the activities of the Biafra Liberation Army, but at the end of the day, they don't want to call it that Biafra Liberation Army, even though we have officially unveiled it in Finland during the convention, and then they reported it on their news. But then when we neutralize the terrorist army in Nigeria and we post it to update Biafrans on what is going on, they have refused to acknowledge that. Have you seen ever where Nigeria is avoiding mentioning people that are taking responsibility of protecting or their actions, taking responsibility of their actions? We are taking responsibility of whatever the Biafra Liberation Army is doing in Biafra land, but they are avoiding acknowledging the responsibility we are taking. Have you ever seen Nigeria doing that? They are running away. They continue to run, but let me tell you, in a matter of weeks, they can never escape, and avoid mentioning them, because we will come with more fire and more force in the self-defense of Biafra land, especially now that we have started our offensive, making sure we eradicate and delegitimize them from the scratch. So yes, it is approved, like I said, and everybody, including myself, should start using the hashtag from tonight. Sometimes we do forget, but we have to make sure we stay on that lane. Then your second question Can you mention it again,
Yeah,
please? Because I didn't write it down.
is about the new states and the
Okay,
districts.
all right. Your second question about new state and district. This has been online for a very long time. I have made program, state by state structure program. I have made those program few months ago. So it did not start today, but we are still working on the de facto government. It is something that takes a lot of time. You know how long the Biafra government in exile took us. The first time I tweeted it, since last year, took us from November last year till now. You know how many months it took us to be able to have a formidable structure of Biafra government in exile. It takes a lot of time. And the Biafra de facto government is even more complex. And it's going to take us a very long time to finish setting it up the executive from district up to the state administrators and all that. It takes a lot of time. And then also until we have been able to set up this de facto government to be fully functional, then we are going to have start the data collection, and we're going to distribute gadget to every county, every district, to capture data of entire Biafra people in Biafra land. So, of course, before this, we will make sure that every Nigeria terrorist security apparatus is weakened to the minimum. And that's where we are going. So the task is very enormous. The task is very huge. But whether we are achieving it, we must achieve it. And with the little resources we have, we've been able to move many mountains that you see today. So yes, we will make sure that every person from Biafra knows where he or she belongs. So the state structure, once we are done with the executives, most of these informations that are not public yet will be made public. But yet, like I said, I have made those expositions before, presenting the state structure to Biafra people during programs many months ago. So you just sit back and wait. When your state is complete, when the executive are complete, and everything is set, we are going to make them public so you know where you belong to. Thank you.
Thank you, Obatobia. Thank you so much for allowing me to take picture with you in Finland. Thank you.
Oh, you were in Finland too?
Oh, yes, I was there, sir.
Okay, so can you share just a 1 minute experience? What did you see in Finland?
Oh, yes. Let me start from our flag that was in front of the hotel.
Okay, let me start by asking you, are you taller than me?
Yes, I am, but you are more huge than me.
All right. I don't misfire. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
But you're not short. The way they describe you, they are just
Okay.
you're not.
All right, go ahead and tell us your experience.
All right. My own starts from the flag, the Biafran flag that was in front of the hotel. Actually, I saw it. I didn't see it outside. I saw it first online. So I was like, where are they copying this thing from? So I have to go outside to go and check. Then I saw two of them with other flags. Then I took a picture of it and sent it to someone, because they were doubting. That's the first one. So he said, so that these people allowed a Biafran flag to hang, in front of a hotel in Finland. I said, of course, Biafra is a government and we are hosting a conference. So you don't expect. Then somebody else in the conference as well was also asking me, where are the flags? I said, it's outside. He said he didn't see it. I said, when you go outside, look at about 4 poles, standing there, you will see our Biafran flag. Two of them are the tallest there. That's the first one. Then inside, of course, the security was, top notch, and I was so happy about that. Then when we come in, let me say the last one was during the dinner. The dinner was something else. Everybody was together. When you walked, in front of my desk and you went to go and collect your food, I was like, Look at Obatobia. Everybody is eating, everybody is smiling. Like one of our brothers said, nobody was frowning, nobody was, shouting. Everything was pure, reorganized. Everything from to the end, it was top notch. And I really appreciate your effort and the whole entire team. You guys did wonderful, well, and we appreciate
We lost.
everything.
You lost
Thank
your
you.
voice. You lost your voice. You
Yeah, I
lost your
think
voice.
he's receiving
Yeah.
a call.
Okay.
The call is coming in on the 5.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you for this brief you've given to us. But let me tell you, what you saw in Finland is the exact Biafra we are looking for. That's exactly what Biafra is going to be when it is declared. The spirit of Obanje, not Obanje, the good one, but those evil spirits of Obanje, the bad ones, will leave you immediately. Just on the declaration of Biafra, and you hear that the Biafra will be declared. Where Hope Uzodinma will pack his bag and baggages, if he's still alive by then, he will run away to Abuja. If Abuja is going to be very conducive, you see this governor of Ebonyi State, all of them will pack their bag if they are still alive. The one in Enugu State, they will pack their bag if they are still alive, because there will not be any terrorist in Nigerian military to protect them. So, so these are the kind of Biafra you are going to see by the time it is declared. Thank you.
So shall it be. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kaima. Thank you so much.
Mazaraf.
Yes.
Yes. Please, yes, I want to contribute to the last caller. There's going to be a special program with the media team on state by state, county by county, and district by district. So if you do not hear your village, you can hear the next name of your the next village to you, the name of the next village to you, so you know where you fell into. So it's going to be a collective program with the media team, probably by the end of this week or early next week. We're going to have this very program to call state by state, district by districts, and county by county. However, it is going to be arranged so that you can know where you belong to. Then, where if you're at home or in any African countries, where your liberation tax can go to as well. And if you are overboard there in Europe or America or anywhere in Asia or Middle East, then you will know exactly the state and the county or districts you belong to. So I'm gonna liaise with the media team from the Minister of Information and his deputy and every other person in the media to be able to achieve this success, so that before December, January, we are getting prepared to declare Biafra by the PM himself. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Success. Thank you very much. Yeah, I can see only 2 hands up. Please bear in mind that if your hand is not up, don't expect me to call you. I will only call those whose hands are up. And if you're wasting your time, that means I'm going to clear the room and bring you fresh people that know that they need to raise their hands. ECKJP, unmute yourself, please, and take 60 seconds, please.
Good evening, my Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, and good evening, everybody. It's me again, ECK, the stubborn IPOV. Yeah, like I consider that the people of Odimo State have answered the call. The election shows that they are for Biafra. That's why they didn't come out. Biafra also have happened in Biafra, low turnout. Only Nigerians that comes out and vote. The majority of Biafrans were indoors. So everybody now is waiting for the next thing you will do, which they are waiting for the declaration of Biafra, because they're all hoping for it now. Now my question goes to this. Like we say, Biafra is a moving train. It drags along people who want to move along with it, with her. And Biafra is not only Igbos, and the Igbos is not only in 5 states. My question goes to the people of Igodomigodo. What if they're not ready, and we are ready to declare Biafra? What will you do? That's my question, please.
Sorry, can you ask again, because I'm a little bit distracted?
Okay, sorry. I said my question goes to this. Yeah, like I said, Biafra is just like a moving train. It drags along with anybody, about any coach that want to go with it.
Just repeat the question, please. Yeah.
I'm coming. So my question is this: if the people of Igodomigodo is not ready will it hurt to declare Biafra, or you move forward and declare it? Redeclare it, sorry.
First of all, the people of Igonomigodo are ready. I had a meeting with them a few days ago, and they are working on their new state structure. So they are ready.
That's all right.
Secondly, nobody is going to delay us from declaring Biafra.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, Ishike. Thank you very much.
The only thing that is going to delay us from declaring Biafra is the field work we want to do, which I don't want to mention in detail. So, but we have the template that we are using. Once we do that, the Biafra declaration is the next.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, Ishike, for that answer to that question.
Sorry. So, because this is a very good question. It's not only about Igonomigodo. So, in actual sense, what it means is that no group, no region, no state, no ethnic group, or as you may call them, no people will be the hindrance of the declaration of Biafra. We're not waiting for anybody. It is a political and democratic process. You must not join us. You must not be Biafra. We don't drag people to join Biafra. If you're not Biafra, you go your way. And remember that what we are practicing now is confederating state of Biafra, confederation. So it is the choice is for you to take, whether you want to be part of it or you don't. The confederating state means that you are on your own. Only that the Biafra central government will be making sure that the development of each confederating state are equal and they are making use of their resources to develop their region and their state. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, PM, for that elaborate answer. And thank you, Ishike, for bringing it up. Please bear with me, those of you that had your hands up earlier. I have been waiting for this brother, Umar Ado Dati. Umar Ado Dati, yeah, I hope your network is good now. I brought you in several times. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, please. We can hear you.
Yeah, so please, I have a question. So now, what happened to us that are not from the southeast, that are residing in the southeast after the Biafran declaration, or what do you call it? I want to know our fate.
What is going to be your fate is that you must live in accordance with the law of Biafra. We will make you, if you are residing in Biafra land, you will have a permit to be in Biafra land. You will agree that you are going to abide by the law, regulation, and the law of Biafra land. You are also going to abide, in this particular regard, respecting the law of Biafra, and do not involve yourself with crime or in crime. We will give you protection. We will give you protection that Nigeria never give you. Thank you.
So what happened to my own properties now that are existing in Ebonyi State, for instance?
That's what I'm telling you, that we will give you the protection that Nigeria never gave you.
All right. So I have to apply for visa, or what do
You don't need to apply for visa. We are going to design a system that will identify that you have been living in that place for a very long time and you have established yourself and you have a business. And you are going to have the department or the sector of the Biafra government, which is the immigration department and the police department, that will look into your status and solve your problem individually. So you are going to be issued with a permit once you meet the requirement, which I believe you will meet, because for you to be here, not every one of you from North are bad. So once you meet the requirement, set up by the Biafra immigration and the police department, you will be given every document you needed to stay in Biafra land and be protected. We are going to value the life of anybody in Biafra territory, not just about the Biafra citizens. So if you make this requirement to be in Biafra land, you are going to be protected just like every Biafra citizen. Thank you.
Yeah, so what's the application process going to be like? And aside from that, my brothers have always been subject to attacks whenever unknown gunmen or IPOB members attack.
The people that are attacking are the people that are coming from your end. I think you should have been asking questions, about those people who comes to kidnap our people on the road in military checkpoint and then kill them like you will see in Lokpanta where headless bodies were found in the bush. I think this should have been these are the things that are making people to even come, and those people attacking you may not even have any affiliation with us. So, but now your question should be, how do you stay in Biafra? And I've assured you that if you are living in Biafra land and doing legitimate business, having a house of your own or renting a house, we are going to give you permit, and the Biafra government will make sure they give you protection that Nigeria never gave you. Like you just said now that people are coming to attack your people. In Biafra land, nobody is going to attack your people, so long as they are staying legally and they have all the required documents needed to stay in Biafra land. So we'll give you protection that Nigeria government never gave you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Umar. We are glad you came in to ask this question. Please pass the message across to your people that they, if they are law-abiding, they have no problem to fear. And it is good that you can see the handwriting on the wall already. Thank you. And please, I'm going to give the microphone to Professor Obert. Professor Obert, please unmute yourself and bring your question in 60 seconds, please.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. This is my second space right now. The first one was about Biafra, and then there was a lady from Israel who came and asked a question, and I was surprised to the deep things I heard. And on this space, I'm hearing another beautiful discussion, which is exciting. And I want to kind of sorry, am I audible?
Yeah, everybody can hear you. The whole world is listening.
Okay, thank you. So I want to say that for me, I support the plan of Biafra, where people can be able to live and strive, and where there will be good elections, where there will be a Biafra that will shine upon the hill, and that will take a form, probably, that will inspire the entire Africa. That's the kind of Biafra I'm really expecting. But before I ask a question about one point, which is legal, I want to really say that from what the Prime Minister just said right now, that was very brilliant. I mean, if you are in a country when you are law-abiding and you don't have criminals, let me just digress. There was a video I watched just 2 days ago, and I was weeping within me. I saw, I was going to put it on my Twitter. I've not done it yet. I'll send it to people on WhatsApp. I saw some Fulanis, right, skinny with military uniform, and they were in the bush. They were flogging one lady. Her accent seems she's from the East and all that. And she was screaming. I was weeping. I got this thing from London, from my brother in London, medical doctor, and I was weeping. Or from Italy or something like that. I was. Look at this. Is, can you imagine where these guys come here? They don't speak English and they wear a military uniform, and they are from the north, right? And where there are many things going on. So I just believe that this Biafra state, I hope, becomes a reality. I hope that it will do a lot of changes, in not only in that region in Africa, but the entire Africa. And that is what I'm hoping for. But I believe that if this Biafra becomes in existence, there will be a new story, a new book to read. I really understand. That being said, because look, the Nigeria that you are talking about, we are hearing, is not Nigeria. It's fake. It's a lot of corruption, a lot of killing, marginalization, a lot of things going on that, and people just pretend. The nature will stand, and justice will be served. I hope, again, I know it's a difficult thing, but I hope that this Biafra will become a reality. Where that part of that place becomes a country that will grow massively, like I've said, will shine and give example to the entire other structure in that very country. I call it banana country or banana republic, really. Okay, so that is what I'm hoping for. And where like I said, where there's election, there'll be justice, there'll be peace, there'll be progress. Because these guys I know from that area, the Biafra, they are very intelligent, they are powerful, they are industrious. I was in Lagos, that was in 1990 something, when I was in legal office. I see this guy when I go to Idumota. The way they work, the way they strive, it is amazing. And that is what I'm hoping for. So I go to the question of the referendum. Are you guys going to push for referendum? For example, you say you're going to declare Biafra Republic. What about if there's resistance? What about what is support? I mean, there are many legal, framework or legal thing, the European Union, the other international community. What are your? I know there are things you cannot say right now. What are you things you can say publicly that you can be able to say to some of us who are kind of I don't know everybody to really get kind of a backbone, a confidence, not just ranting. That's number one. Then before you answer the question, I want to throw a kind of light to, for example, Spain, Catalonia. They went and declared independence, or rather a referendum that was illegal. And then some of them were arrested, put in jail, and now they were pardoned and all that. You guys can go through the process, And Catalonia wants to be their own nation, okay? And also the Basque country in Spain, it's Europe now, right? They want to be independent. And they really discuss, they are part of the government, and they are really having a lot of conceptions. They used to be killing in the Basque country. And long story, so call the long story short, you see that they are really respecting these two regions. They have the police, they have taxations, and so many things benefit their government right now. So I want a situation whereby that this will become a reality in Biafra language. People will be educated, no violence, peaceful, law, and justice. Thank you very much.
PM.
Sorry, I was thank you for calling my attention. I was speaking, I didn't know I was still muted. So thank you for that well-detailed comment, and then also followed by the question. Yes, sometimes people are making reference to Catalonia, Spain. We are completely different thing. We are completely different. The plight of the Biafra people are completely different from the plight of Catalonia. The structure under which Catalonia is operating today and where how they come to where they are today is completely different from what happened in Nigeria or in Niger area. So we are completely different people. Catalonia didn't fight any war with Spain at this point. Biafra fought a war and had a self-governing government for 3 years, and millions of people died. Catalonia haven't gone through that route. Catalonia did not have the history of Biafra or the history of Nigeria with Spain. It's completely different. It was not a forceful union like we see in Nigeria that is not working today. Like you said, they even have their own security, have their own tax system. We don't have that in Africa. Africa is completely different. And when you talk about Europe, we are not interested in what Europe has to offer. When you talk about UN, we are not interested in what UN has to offer because they are corrupt. And let me tell you, we are no longer going to them. Our action is going to bring them to us. They will be the one to approach us. And even if it is one man remaining, that one man will fight until they are interested in coming to us. We will never, ever go to them again. I'm telling you the fact. So what we are doing now is we are going to conduct what we call the self-referendum. Like you said, the Catalonia did it, and they were arrested and all that. We are going to do our own, and it is going to succeed. It's going to succeed because we are two different nations. We are two different people. We come from different culture. We come from different history, and our history are different. And so fighting Nigeria, we have tried many. We have been to war. It didn't work. We have been shouting about marginalization for decades. It is not also working. So now we have found a solution, which is fighting this freedom, through a multidimensional approach. That multidimensional approach is with the armed struggle, which we are now. Catalonia does not have arms. We have unveiled the Biafra military, Liberation Army. We have unveiled the Biafra resistance fighters. They are coming to kill and bomb our land, and we are resisting it. Nobody is bombing Catalonia. Nobody is killing them with air raid and airstrike. Nobody is bombing their markets and squares. That is happening in Biafra land, and we have raised army, very strong army, well armed with sophisticated weapon to defend our land, and they are defending it. So it is completely two different things. Now we are approaching using a different approach, which I call the multidimensional approach. We are using the political approach, which is the democratic approach. We are also using the diplomatic approach, and we are using also the armed struggle. The armed struggle in the sense that we can't fold our hand while we are using the political and diplomatic approach to get our freedom. They are killing us. No. So we arm ourselves as we are pursuing this particular Biafra's freedom in diplomatic approach and political approach. We are also defending our land so that our women and children are not being butchered like they have done for ages. And that is where the armed struggle comes in. So the self-referendum will be conducted by the time we complete setting up the de facto government executive for all the state of Biafra, confederated state of Biafra, because Biafra is a confederated state. So by the time we finish setting up the de facto government, when we have captured the entire Biafra using this particular executive of the state government from the district to the county to the state administrators, we will have what we will start the exercise of data collection. Even if it is 20 million Biafrans who collected their data, we are good to go. But we are going to start the exercise of data collection, which will go directly to the Biafra government in exile security department, where the data will be stored, to start distributing the right to vote during the referendum. And we're going to make sure that those Biafrans in diaspora will also have the opportunity to cast their vote using electronic means. So the data collection will be done by the Biafra de facto government in the homeland and the Biafra Republic government in exile. So those Biafrans in diaspora will be given opportunity for their data to be collected for the purpose of this self-referendum. After the self-referendum, or before the self-referendum, we are going to inform the European Union, inform the US, inform Israel, inform the United Nations for formality. We're not informing them that they are going to come to give us the referendum because they will never support it. Now, with that, we are also going to inform over 100 human rights organizations that we believe they may be interested in knowing what we are doing. After that particular information has been passed to them, we go ahead with our referendum, which will take weeks to conclude. Make sure that everybody that have collected his or her data is given the opportunity to vote because of the difficulties we are going to encounter with the internet and all that. So we will run this particular program for weeks to make sure everybody voted. After that, we're going to make the voting, the results public, and then we watch the event and followed by the declaration of Biafra. And by then, we'll make sure that those who have come to Biafra land to kill us with from their military base and their military barracks will never be sleeping in the night with their two eyes closed. So this is the plan that we have. The plan may change depending on the situation. So it is subject to change and to be amended at any time without prior information or without prior notice. So, but this is a glimpse of what you should be expecting. And when this thing happens and the declaration of Biafra is going to be the re-declaration of Biafra for the second time. The world is already aware of Biafra, so it is not something you are going to start explaining to people. Of course, those new generation that are the head of government or serving a different position in Europe, in America, in the UN, may not have a true history of Biafra. So for them, from then, they may want to educate themselves by looking into Biafra and research about it. But by then, we've gone far. We will defend Biafra land after the declaration. And then by then, we've gone far also in running our self-state, which, as you can see, the de facto government. After the declaration of Biafra, we will start the transition process And once we have a status at the UN recognized by some state, we will dissolve the exile government and transit power to the de facto government and run it for a while. In fact, there are many things I don't want to review here, but so with this particular brief explanation, I believe I've answered your question. Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, before you go, I just want to quickly, because this is a recorded space and it's good to have to avoid a misinformation, or maybe we are not aware of something. For clarity's sake, you've detained, which is absolutely brilliant. For me, I support what you're saying. I support, like I've said, I support the freedom of the people. And one thing that has to be very, very emphatical is that freedom of Biafra belongs to the Biafrans. That is very, very obvious. Freedom of the people belong to the people. You're right. Should you expect foreigners or foreign government to come and help you if you cannot help yourself? There should be massive, self-help, self-detailed information, not misinformation. Very important. There's a place the scripture just say that know the truth set you free. Right? The truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it. Anything might try to derail you, but at the end of the day, there it is. So the truth is very important. That's why I emphasize on that. Going to Catalonia and Macedonia, north of Macedonia, got their independence in, I think if I'm not wrong, in 1991 or something like that, right? And that was a peaceful breakup of Yugoslavia. That is Macedonia. So we're still one world. Whether it's Biafra, it's Nigeria, Catalonia, Yugoslavia, we are still in the same universe. So we can be able to study their style and amend, and we're able to get our result. Like I said, the result is what I want. I want Biafra to have its country or to have a stake in the system. That's very obvious. That is Macedonia. Then Catalonia had offensive, they fought war. Many Catalonians were killed. Some of them were executed, the leaders and all that, which is a long story. You can Google it. And then there was this Spanish Civil War, right? So the northern, the nationalists.
I don't know if the PM is going to allow us to be going through this history, which I'm sure he already knows.
Like I said, when I talk about fighting war, I'm not talking about Spanish war. You can't compare the Spanish war to the declaration of Biafra that led to the war of Biafra against Nigeria. So it's a two different things. Like I said, we can't compare Catalonia to Biafra or Nigeria. Catalonia is still situated or located in Europe, not just in Europe, also in Schengen state. Schengen state. So these are civilized people already. They are civilized and they know what is democracy. And they are today enjoying to some extent the dividend of democracy, what Europe has to offer. We don't have that kind of opportunity in Africa. Africa is not just a third world country. There are more than 20th world country, because everything it has to be with knife and gun. So nobody is ready to listen to you in Africa when you want to go through the civilized democratic way, like you see in Europe, like in Spain and Catalonia. So we don't need to draw any similarity or any reference from Catalonia to Biafra. It's completely, we design how the thing will work for us. What work for us will not work for Catalonia. What work for Catalonia will not work for us, because these are people with a different mentality. And Nigeria, we are not just dealing with Nigeria, or we are not just dealing with human being in Nigeria. We are dealing with nomadic style, nomadic people that don't actually value human life, people that don't actually have a life. So these are the people that have occupied and hijacked the so-called Niger area. So when you deal with them, you come with a well-designed, very ruthless approach to be able to dismantle them. And that's what this particular present Biafra liberation is doing. What people think it is impossible, we are doing it. Thank you.
Okay, last thing is this before I leave, is that what about just last point, please. Last point, please. What about, for example, now, what you're saying right now, I really identify myself with it, and we have to do massive education. I believe you agree with me, right? To win the people, we need massive education.
We are winning the people with our actions. It is no longer time for educating anybody. We are not preaching anymore. We are taking the bull by its horn. delay
Okay.
is dangerous. So the people will come to term with Biafra by the time they see the actions that is going on. So we know
Okay.
our people and we know how they reason. Thank you.
Is that so? Last point is that what about if there's a regional presidency, like what's happening in other places right now? If there's a new president,
We are not interested in anything Nigeria anymore. We are not interested in anything regional. We just want our freedom. You can continue. Whoever want to continue with Nigeria can go ahead with the regional. We are not interested in regional anymore. It is now very late. We've crossed the Rubicon. There is no going back.
Thank you, my Prime Minister. Thank you, Prof. You have really engaged, and I'm sure the response from the Prime Minister is quite enlightening to you. Take it to the camps and let them know how resilient we are, how resolved we are. Thank you, PM, for that very, resounding reply. I'm going to give you the microphone right now. Bench Chukwusagu, please let us make it very quick so that we can engage a lot of people tonight. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Van Van Van. Thank you, PM. Thank you so much for your resilient work you are doing. You are really doing wonderful. It has shown clearly now that Zoological Republic is a banana republic. There's no doubt in it. Some time ago, you gave an order that all these people that call themselves politicians or commissioners, that they should resign from what they are doing. But they are not showing any sign of resigning. What will be their condition if we restore Biafra as soon as possible? Thank you.
Sorry, can you rephrase your question again? What did I will get distracted. Sorry.
Yeah, some time ago you give an order for the commissioners or these people working in the zoological in Biafra land to resign, but they are not showing any sign of resignation at all.
So first of all, let me correct you. First of all, many of them have resigned, and during that time, we came online on our program to inform Biafrans. Many of them resigned. Some of them made it open and public, like in Anambra State. In Imo State, they were resigning secretly. And the point is that when we give such orders, don't expect the enforcement of that order immediately. It can take months. When you have forgotten, that's when we come. Thank you. So next question, please.
Okay, I rest my case now at the moment. Let me give others a chance. Thank you.
Thank you, Bench. Thank you very much. You just go back and start listening. And I'm going to give you the microphone right now. Jaja, please go ahead and take 60 seconds, please.
The Deputy Minister of Information and my own Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I salute you from here. And my Minister, Mazi Ugo 247. I salute you from here. And my brother Success, I salute you. Pastor Ross. And everyone on the space, I salute each and every one of you. My minister, my Prime Minister, I want to ask two questions. One is follow-up question and one is my question. I will first ask my own. That question is, we discovered that yesterday in this fraudulent, non-existing selection that happened in Imo State, that some churches use their church premises for this particular impunity. And my question is, what is going to be the message to these churches? Because as none before years, because we can't condone enablers in priest form in Biafra land. Then my second question, my Prime Minister, the question that the Fulani guy asked here is a serious question. What this guy is trying to point us to is, many of them has many lands.
Can you not go to the question I have addressed? I know why I addressed that question that way. Ask your own question and don't address question of a Fulani man or Hausa man here. I've addressed this question, and I know the level that I addressed that issue is not the level of the Biafra people in the homeland, but it is for or international standard, for people who may be listening to this program. So don't go and start addressing issues that I have addressed or questions that I have addressed from Fulani or from Hausa that have been addressed legally and not, by the mentality of the person is Hausa or Fulani, so it doesn't have to stay in our land. Please avoid that. So what is the question? Your first question, please.
Okay, let me come from another angle.
You talked about church.
Yes,
Please,
but
it is not just about church. Your question should have been the enablers of this impunity in our land. Don't single out church. The election, those who participated in the fraudulent were caught across board. So, and then what you should do is to take record of those who participated to validate Nigeria within Biafra land, and then let us go inside our situation room, draw the map, and look at what we're going to do with them. It is not something that we're going to discuss publicly here. It is a security matter. So once we have the details of those who are the enablers who facilitated, to have even one vote, or to validate Nigeria with one vote or even two votes, we need those information with evidence of video or picture of where they were participating and validating Nigeria. And then we'll go back to our drawing board and see how we are going to handle that. It's not something we're going to discuss here. So any other question?
Yes. What basis is these people that buy land in our land? What basis are we going to use to satisfy the qualifications or the documents that they have?
The basis will be designed. The basis will be designed by the Biafra government, and of course the department that will be responsible for that. Believe me, they will know what to do when the time comes. You shouldn't be worrying about people buying land. You should be worrying more about the security of land, of your life and property, making sure that Biafra government put all measures and everything in place, that those who buy land will only buy the land and use the land, and not using the land to commit crime and go free in our land. So we'll make sure that we reduce crime to the minimum with the implementation of the database fingerprinting system in Biafra land. Will reduce the crime that will come from Nigeria to Biafra up to 70%. So you should be concerned about the security, not about the land. We're not going to carry land into grave. So we are going to design a system that will take care of those concerns that you are raising here. But that is not the main, that shouldn't be your main concern. Your main concern should be security. And that's what we're going to make sure that the system we are bringing into place will solve the security situation 70% before we even go to the enforcement agencies that we're going to have in Biafra land. So your question is not really a very big concern, because we've designed a system to take care of those things. Thank you.
It's all right. Thank you, my PM.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. Ifai, thank you so much. One sister, please take the microphone very quickly, please.
Hello, good evening, my PM. God bless the day your mother was conceived by you, and God bless the day you were born. Before I start, I have just.
What about my father? Are you aware that today is Father's Day?
Happy Father's Day to you. It's not Father's Day here, so that's why I didn't know.
It is Father's Day in Finland, though. You don't know that without my father cannot give birth to me.
No,
Why
it
they praise my mother? You don't praise my
listen,
father.
it can still be possible when Mary got pregnant with Jesus, no father there, so it can be possible. So I say it happened. That's why you look different. That's why you are unique.
That one a theory. We are talking about practical.
I have two questions. One is about Warri, because I'm from Warri. I'm from Warri South, and there is always fight in Warri regarding the two major tribes there. So I don't know if someone have spoken about it, how to go about it. I only hear about Ugeli, but I've not heard about Warri, where the capital or wherever we be in Warri. I don't know if you're giving the assignment to someone to kind of carve it out. I don't know. That is one. Then in Nigeria, when people
I don't understand your question. You have not asked any question. Which one are you talking about? The tribal or
Yes.
ethnic clashes, or you are
No.
talking about who have carved out Warri state? Or I
Yes,
don't
yes, to
understand.
carve the Warri state. I'm talking about the carving.
Warri is part of a state now, so in Biafra, confederating state. So have you not seen that? If you have not seen that, you wait until the coastal region department will come up with their comprehensive state
List.
structure, which they are working on now. So that will address your concern. The issue of tribal clashes is happening under Nigeria. In
Yeah.
Biafra, and Nigeria is doing it on purpose.
Yes.
They will have a boundary commission. The boundary commission is not doing any job. They allow communities to clash against each other, fighting for land, because they are doing it on purpose to divide and rule us. So in Biafra, we are going to solve this problem, making sure that every community have their boundary. And once the government of Biafra make a resolution on boundary, that becomes law, and nobody will violate it. So if you go and start fighting any community, you are fighting against the government. So it is not going to be against the community or community clashes. It's going to be you against your community, against the government of Biafra. And we're going to impose a very big sanction to any community that will raise up arms against any person in the name of fighting for land. Because we're going to give you a boundary, a certified boundary by the Biafra government, and that will solve every ethnic clashes in Biafra territory. Thank you.
Thank you. Then, you are a very forgiving man, very patient man. I want to say, when Biafra come, people that have been in jail, people that is big people, dignities that have already been in jail in one way or the other, and they want to come and contest for give them room to do that, because because they are not there.
In Biafra land, we are not going to allow criminals to contest elections. So that's and don't say that I'm forgiving you. Sometimes when I forgive you, run. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Warri sister. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. There are so many people I want to get in here. I've sent in a request for those of you that are down there. I believe most of these verified accounts. One of you have come in. Noel, can you please unmute yourself? If you have a question for the PM, you can ask. Noel.
Maazị Kenekwe no.
Go ahead.
I just came in actually to listen.
Okay,
so
no problem. Thank you.
Greet everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are speaking from. I just want to listen and gain more knowledge.
Thank you, noted. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mazi William, please unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Thank you very much, Pastor Van Van Van. My Prime Minister Extraordinary, I greet you. Everybody K1, I greet you. The quagmire of the zoo, I greet you. My PM, my question is just this small concern I have, You talked about collecting data and then allowing people to vote during a referendum, especially those in diaspora. And my concern is most of us that are outside the Biafra land, that maybe as I'm in Abuja here now, and I know most genuine freedom fighters like us are all over Nigeria. Do we have opportunity also voting for this referendum when the time comes? Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. You are going to have opportunity to vote so long as we have collected your data.
Thank you very much, PM. Very quick and direct. Mazi Fari, please, 60 seconds. Unmute yourself and ask. Sorry, not Mazi Onye Kachiku, please.
Thank you, my Prime Minister. Thank you so much for being trusted, tested, trusted, and respected in a strange land. You represent us with a very good image. It is not an easy something. Take a lot of discipline. Thank you for making us proud in a European country. It's not an easy something. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for that. And several times our Supreme Leader Mazen Nanekana talked about indigenous lingua franca, and also use it as a language of learning. He said that within 10 years of Biafra restoration, that all the dialects in Biafra lands will be used to develop our language of learning. Is there any preparation for that, sir?
That particular statement remained the same. It has not changed. And that's why when you look at the Charter of Biafra we adopted in Helsinki, called the Helsinki Declaration, it gave every confederated state of Biafra the opportunity to do their day-to-day business with their local dialect. So our central language is English language, which is globally a global language. But then running your government, your state government day-to-day activities will be done using your local dialect. So yes, of course, from there we are going to develop our lingua franca, as the case may be, just like you have in Finland. Finnish language remain the official language in Finland, and because they have only one language, while we are going to have different dialect in our own confederating state, and for that reason, we design what is best for us, what suits us the best. So every state have their own dialect, and it is official. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Once again, I want to say something. You see, the education system now in Nigeria is worthless. And at this point in time, we are in a war, and our children to be going to school, risking their life and paying money to Nigeria government is a waste of
Can we be asking a very relevant question that is relevant,
Please.
with what is happening now, and not all this what you're going to do? Are you going to bring water? Is your children going to go to another school? All those school is something that comes after Biafra has been declared and restored. So let us not go into wasting our time here to answer all these questions that you already know the answer. You already know whatever you are going to ask about education, you already know the answer, because we are going to do opposite. Whatever that is happening in Nigeria, we are going to do the opposite to make sure that Biafra children have the best education that you can think of. So those questions are not what we need now. We need a question that are bothering people, especially on issue that will facilitate and change the mind of those who have decided to die for one Nigeria, so that they will not commit suicide and join the Biafra struggle. If you look at the topic here, it says support Biafra instead of going to court. It is a waste of time. So those who will be supporting those nincompoop who will be going to court, these are the people that this particular space is meant for. So they need to begin to have a rethink, and putting their money on a fruitless journey of court is just a waste of time. They should use the money to support the Biafra liberation. We need more arms and ammunition to defend our land, to make sure that when the aircraft come to bomb, we shoot it down. We need modern equipment to make sure we can protect our airspace. These are the things we need to be discussing, not all this nonsense question. Ask me question, bring something that will bring money to the table for the Biafra liberation. All these things, it requires money. Everybody is going to ask questions about what you are going to enjoy when Biafra come. You are not asking question, how do we get the resources that is needed to make it happen before you talk about what you are going to enjoy. It's always this, always that. Let us talk about how can these people who are going to spend this money, waste the money in court, bring the money to support Biafra liberation. Thank you.
Sir, thank you so much. My point is not that I'm about closing the school for now, for the ski to be served, and they stop paying.
We cannot close any school for now. Whenever we have a sit at home, people will sit at home. When we don't have to sit at home, people will go to school. You cannot close school. It doesn't make sense.
Thank you, sir. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Please, I would suggest those of us that are very used to the Prime Minister and close to him that can reach him, it is better you don't request for the microphone, because you already know you are used to it. We want people that are not part of what we're doing to come up and ask questions. And if I have them in the room, I will give them preferential treatment. Please, it is better. Child build, I can see P2B's picture there. Please go ahead and ask your question. Child build, please. Or Chi build, what is it? Chi build? Chi build.
Hello, good evening. I am here. Good evening.
Go ahead, you have 60 seconds, please.
Good evening, sir. My PM, and all the Biafrans. I hail everybody here. And I thank you for the good job you are doing for our people. I really appreciate that.
How come you display
Yeah.
P2B on your platform? That's what actually brought you up.
You said, can you hear me?
How come P2B is proudly displayed on your platform? Are you obedient that just repented?
No. I am a serious Biafran. The only thing is that we have proved them wrong because we told them that P2B is not going to be the president of Nigeria. And at the same time, not only P2B, no able man can be a president of Nigeria. Just like what happened in Imo State recently after the election. We told them that no Labour Party person will go there because APC has strategized the way they will be winning the election, which is by violence.
That means you don't have any question.
I have a question.
Well, go ahead with the question, please.
My question, recently there's something you posted about China Sanworu. So him telling us about...
Who posted? Who posted? Me?
Yes, I read it from your platform. You know, when China Sanworu was making some... Okay, maybe it will be a fake account, but I saw something. A woman was, putting us through with the records. China Sanworu making confessions of the Igbo brothers and sisters who has been killed and where they were dumped. He mentioned many places where the innocent people were dumped at different borough pits. So, but my question is this: how can we get rid of these people? And how can we stop them from killing our innocent youths, especially from the Imo State?
We've stopped them from killing. Those people they kill now are those working with them. Okay. They can't kill any genuine Biafra working with us. So those people working with them are the people they are killing. Okay. And so if you are working with them, you have signed your death warrant.
No, I can't work with them.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about those working with them. Yes. So until we get them to face the law of Biafra.
Okay. Okay, this is my question.
Thank you, Tribute.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tribute. Please, Anna, A-N-N-E, please, you have a question for the PM, please? You have a question for the PM, Anna? Unmute yourself, please. Okay, that one is not ready. Pastor Rose, please go ahead. Your hand has been up since. So while we're getting people into the room. Pastor Rose, unmute yourself, please. Pastor Rose? Pastor Rose herself is not ready. Please.
You can go on, my dear. It's okay.
Please, Ifeanyi, do you have a question for the PM? Ifeanyi, unmute yourself, please. Ifeanyi seems not to be there. Godwin says.
Yes, can you hear me?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. I wanted to make 3 comments. First of all, money, because I know money is very important. The most important thing is, I think we should have ways we contribute, because there's some people that want to contribute money and they don't want to show themselves. They don't want to put themselves out there. And so we have to make things like Bitcoin, ways people could easily send money to you guys.
We have Bitcoin cryptocurrency. If you go to the website, you see that the wallet.
Okay.
So
then another thing is
anybody that want to do so, yeah. So that is addressed. So which means you have not been following.
We need also a very good social media marketing. We need to make our case online, and we need to make we have a very good case to make online. We need to put a lot of money into making our case online, TikTok especially. Make our case online, ask people to contribute to this case, and put a lot of money into that marketing, especially in the America area. And I believe there are a lot of young people. I meet a lot of Igbos in the United States, and they don't know what's going on. And most of the reasons because no one is educating them on what's going on. So make that case online, hit their emotions, put a lot of money on that, and I believe we'll generate more money from that, because I know to win a war, we need money. And everything we're talking about, if we're not able to generate money, is a waste of time. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you very much. So if you have something to offer or idea
Yes,
on that,
I've been
you can reach out to the media
okay.
team and present your listing to them, and they will take it up from there.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
So what's the
Please
point of
contact
having
me
Biafra
or any
in
of the media.
Finland?
Sorry?
Huh?
What is the point of having your movement working from Finland? Shouldn't you be in Nigeria to push your narrative, push your Biafra movement?
Who is this? Who is this one?
Who is this? Who is this talking without? Were you asked to talk?
No,
I
I'm
didn't
just
even give
asking
you
a
the
question. Is
microphone.
somebody gonna answer?
Who told you that I must be in Nigeria? I choose where to fight from.
But
Are you going to choose for me?
that doesn't push Biafra correctly. If you want to push
It
Biafra,
is pushing it. It is
all right.
pushing it. It is pushing it correctly. It is pushing it correctly. I am currently in exile, and I choose where to fight from. Okay, that's have answered your question. Thank you. You don't choose for me. I choose for myself.
And you are so behaving like a rascal, an educated fellow. You come in here, you pick the microphone without even being given the mic. Get out of this space, please.
That is a Nigeria buffoon. If you look at his head, you find out that he's committing crime wherever he's living. All these Yahoo people, they are the one in credit crime and credit fraud in the United States.
And he's even coming with accents.
Yeah, come here to speak accent. Go back to Nigeria. And he is not in Nigeria. He's an idiot.
Please, God's child, unmute yourself, please. You have 60 seconds to bring your question, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Minister Pastor Van Van Van. Yeah, please, you should be conducting a lot of exorcism and deliverance here. All these demons coming in here talking rubbish.
Go ahead.
Sorry, my honorable Prime Minister. Good evening to you, sir. My question might be a little bit off or maybe upset you, but please be patient with me. My question goes directly about multinationals and countries who are actually backing the enslavement of our people. Is it time to expose them and shame them? Is it time to go after them, or would it yield anything at this point, or should we just let it go and go on with what we are doing?
We are going on with what we are doing, and the multinational corporation or companies that are, exploiting our natural resources. We have designed a well-organized template what we're going to do, how we're going to deal with them. So that is being taken care of. So they are not the major priority we have now. We know what to do with them, and we know how to deal with them. So they are not the problem we have now.
Okay, sir. So I would just like to comment once more, and then I'll be off. You are not a short man, sir. The height of a man is measured from his jaw to his head, not from his head to his toe. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, God's child. Thank you very much for that. And please, I want to repeat Crocs Wheat. Please get in touch with the media team that the PM requested and advised you. Get in touch with me or Mazuko, and one of us you can contact. Thank you very much. I'm taking you back to just
I will
go
take
to the list.
I will take two more questions and then we'll call it a day. And I want to also make it very clear for international dignitaries that are listening to this program, Biafra will be open for business. We have all manner of natural resources you can think of, and we are going to create more enabling environments than Nigeria. So those that are working and exploiting our natural resources in Nigeria today, you are going to have a better environment to do business, and you're going to have a better environment to invest in that region. The Biafra region will be your base while the crisis continues in the Sahel and other Islamic State regions. So, but Biafra will create an enabling environment to make sure that you have your business interests protected and better than what you are seeing today in Islamic State and terrorist government control Nigeria. So this is what I want to tell to dignitaries and some of the international observers that are listening to this particular space. I can see Yari from Finland, who is the future. I can see Yari is here, the tech entrepreneur living between Europe and China. Yari always listens to our program. So Biafra is going to be one of the civilization
that will happen to Africa. It's going to be the beginning of civilization in Africa, and will create a very big, good and enabling business environment for European companies, American companies, and whoever want to do business, not what you have in Nigeria now, that is being controlled by criminals, uneducated fools who call themselves politicians, corrupt, and have nothing to offer. Some of them are criminals sentenced in the United States, and they run back to Nigeria to continue their crime under government, hiding under government, pushing drug to Europe, pushing drug to America, and other parts of the world. Biafra is going to be the solution. And if you do not support Biafra today, believe me, what you see happening, especially as a result of what is happening in Gaza, is going to be worse than that. They will invade your cities. Nigeria will sponsor the Islamic attack in Europe. They are going to use all these jihadists and sponsor them to Europe to start bombing Europe in the nearest future. We can never allow that. We can never, ever allow that to happen. So Nigeria is a very dangerous country. If you allow Nigeria to continue to be a country or support Nigeria, you are supporting the destruction of your future. Everybody must take note of this. Islamic State is very strong in Nigeria. Today, they are fighting to take over the resources that is in Biafra land and use it to sponsor jihadist attack all over the world. We can never allow that to happen. The end of it is the declaration of Biafra. Thank you. I will take two questions and I will call it a day.
Okay, thank you, my PM. Please, I can see Ozo Ezechinedu, PhD. Your mic is open. You can take it up now. Also, please unmute yourself. Your mic was open before. Just unmute it now.
All right, sorry. I think it's on now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. 60 seconds.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Simon Ekpa. You are doing a good job, I must confess. I think my question, I'll just go straight to the question. The data collection approach, I don't know if it's something I can help you to do, something I can help to do. I can design a good form that you can use to collect data. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, can you get to Raphael and then connect to the COS, to the Chief of Staff of Biafra Government in Exile, and make your proposal and presentation to her, and it will get to me. I will look at it and have a meeting with you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll leave your number in my message, my Twitter message. Let me see if I'm following you. Do you want me to follow me? Then I'll follow you back. Okay?
If you can follow me, I'll appreciate it.
Follow me and then I'll follow you back so that we will. Okay, let me send you. Okay, I'm following you now. Accept it and follow me. Thank you very much.
All right,
thank you. Okay, the last question, please. I'm going to give you the privilege for this last one. Uche, take the microphone. Uche with Biafra flag, take the microphone and then ask your question, and we'll leave it there. Uche is not ready, and then the microphone now would go to you. Obunigwe, please take the microphone, and you are the last person tonight. Ask your question. Thank you.
Hello, my PM. Good evening, sir, from my location. This is my first time of speaking with you on Space. Actually, I have been listening, but today I decide to speak. So many people has asked the question that I wanted to ask, but I still have a question to ask, like two. We that are living in Abuja, how do we contribute to the BLA or BLA fundraising? So, secondly, I'm from Old Anambra, Ihiala. When you come to the east, there are so many vehicles that are not good to move on the road in the east. I have a very bad experience. That was on Tuesday. I have a cousin, a big cousin, that went to buy wood at our market there called Nkwobe. After buying the wood, going back to the house, at Total Filling Station, so many people that are going to Olo will know Total Filling Station. So the guy now enter, he has a bike going back to the house, coming to the total filling station. A vehicle that carried sand now lose control and kill the guy with the carpenter at his back. We are going to bury the guy on 25th of this month. So how do we handle the vehicles on the road of Biafra when Biafra is declared? It's giving me concern because those tipper has been killing people every time. And when they kill you, they will run away. So please, I need the answer.
Thank you very much. We are going to have what we call the MOT in Biafra land, and there is a department that will be responsible for issuing a certificate of MOT to every vehicle, which is renewable every year. So if you do not have that MOT, automatically your car will be crushed and condemned. If your car is not does not pass the test to be motorable on the road, you will be the car will be taken away and it will go to the place where they will crush the car. So we are going to have exactly that particular same practice like we have here in Finland, in Biafra land. So we don't endanger the life of our people. So there is a lifespan where the car will go to. It will be beyond repair. You don't need to have it on the road. We'll just take it from you and push it to the where they will crush them for recycling or whatever they want to do with some of the parts. So it is going to be the last destination of car, not like Nigeria where you use car and you don't the car doesn't go through MOT yearly to know whether the motor will be allowed to move on the road or not. So you see cars with a 3 tire running on the road instead of 4. So we are not going to allow that kind of thing in Biafra land. So don't worry about that. It will be well taken care of. Finland here, if your car did not pass that particular MOT and is sound and is very ready to move and enter the road, you can't drive it. That is exactly what we're going to do. And the law enforcement agency, police, and the traffic, other traffic agencies will make sure they implement and enforce the law. And that you don't, if you violate it, you'll be sanctioned and fined heavily. That after that you wouldn't want to do that again for the second time. Thank you.
The other question you did not answer. How do we in Abuja? How do we contribute?
You in Abuja, I've been answering those questions, that same question before. But now if you're in Abuja, you have to wait until we complete the setting up of the de facto government structure. You locate your state, the WhatsApp, the public WhatsApp group for the state will be made public in due time. So first of all, locate your state, join your state WhatsApp group, your de facto government state WhatsApp group, and then from there you will start contributing, and there's going to be government receipt. We have Biafra government receipt. So any contribution you make, you must demand a receipt. We're going to give you a receipt which is signed by me. So if you receive that receipt, you keep it because we're going to demand for it in the nearest future. Thank you.
Yeah, please, sir. I have an uncle. He was a Biafran soldier. He's my very big uncle. He was asking me, how can they help to make sure this Biafra come? He's about 70 years old now.
Well, everything we need now is finance resources. We have men, we have people of goodwill, we have vibrant young men who are ready to do anything, but of course we need finance. We need finance to make sure we buy every weapon that we need, because we need weapon to make sure that Nigeria government does not come to kill and intimidate our people, our women and our children. And that's what we're doing now. So we need more of weapons, and for you to get weapons to defend your land, it is money. We have the raising fund, and you see the result that they are not killing our people like before because we are defending the land against these terrorists. So all we need now is money for the arms and the weapons that we needed to defend our land, nothing else. Once the money is available, we have over 100,000 Biafra Liberation Army cut across the board. So we have men, but we need resources. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Obunigwe. Thank you very much. Our PM has spent well over 2 hours with us tonight on this space, going to 2 hours and 30 minutes. Thank you so much, PM. As you go, please, I give you the microphone to give your last word to the PM and the BIAFRANS before the PM will give us a closing remark.
Yeah, my honorable Deputy Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, I greet you. Thank you so much for giving the answers to BIAFRANS this evening. And I must thank you again for standing your ground. And you have really brought us this far, and we are ready to follow you to the end of the line. I must say thank you so much. And BIAFRANS, thank you so much this evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone, for listening and asking questions and coming to be with us this evening. See you again when I'll be on space, probably tomorrow. And remember that tomorrow remain the sit at home every Monday. The entire Biafra land will remain under lock and key. Do not say you were not told. From here, from me, I say good evening and happy new week.
Hello. Good evening.
Mercy on we, Biafra, Lord, give us a freedom. Have mercy on we, Biafrans, and give us a freedom. Oh Lord, have mercy on we, Biafrans, and give us a freedom. Father, we need our leader. Prophet, we need our leader. We need our leader.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Oh, I want the keke man. Nah.
You're still live, fool.
I'm not the quote. You mute.
No, Mazugo is still live. I thought he was going to end this. BIAFRANS, we appreciate you for joining.
Okay, I'm not the quote so bad there.
Don't worry. We appreciate you for joining. Please try and subscribe to our channels. If you are following me on Ajere Global Media or not Rafcha Maka TV, do remember to subscribe to Ajere Global Media. I don't know, Ugo did not end this, and I'm going to end my own channel from here. Good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning on Otutoma. Catch your phone. Ugo did not know that the program is still live.